This is going to be a different life, this time carving a little coffee spoon. I usually don't carve spoons, just once. This is going to I'm doing this to test this new wood that I've got, a Swiss pine. Hope you are going to enjoy even this one. As my first spoon, I wanted to try this oak leaf design. The wood is very soft, like basswood. Just it's a bit different than basswood wood, which has, this one has more visible grain, while basswood is all white. Of course, this is a simple wood, a soft wood that usually is used for beginners that carve some simple carvings. So yeah, I choose a simple design, but I'm going to do it more detailed, not a simple leaf or a leaf, but more curved, just to test first time this new wood, this Swiss pine. Hi, hello. Yeah, it's very relaxing because it's very soft than usual hard wood I'm carving. Can you hear the soft sound? Thank you so much. I'm glad you appreciate it, that you saw some videos already. Hi, hello. I rarely carve spoons, so yeah, Swiss pine. As in Italy, this Swiss pine is more common, especially for carvers. It's first time I'm using it. Oh, now I can't do anything. Let me check later. Hey, hello. I can. Now I'm going to try this spoon gouge. Yeah, this is common in Italy. Swiss pine for wood carvers. I wanted to test it, that's why I'm making a simple design of spoon, coffee spoon, but it's going to be a detailed leaf, like I usually love to do detailed, but this is walnut, for example. I work little jewelry, and this one is going to be a soft carving, relaxing carving. This is a common wood with some natural oil finishing. It can be used for coffee. I started to work this little piece with this soft wood to test the limit of details, as I love carve detailed stuff. I love carving detailed stuff, so I think that I can do some bigger and more detailed work. But this is one just less than 10 centimeters. Okay, I'm curious to test this spoon gouge. And the grain is a little tricky. Yes, it's like a spongy a little, but if I find a good way, yeah, because yeah, it's not the same like carving harder wood, but I need to find the right direction. Yeah, I didn't use it since long time. I didn't sharpen it. You are right. Yeah, but this wood is okay. Now it's better. Last time I worked walnut wood, which was very hard, and I didn't work it spoons anymore. That's why I forgot to sharpen it. I'm glad you find it satisfying. Hello, this is a little coffee spoon with oak leaf design. I'm testing a new wood, this soft wood, Swiss pine or pine, I don't know if I pronounce correctly. Yeah, maybe isn't sharpened well, but the problem is that it was still flat. Now it's better to carve. and the direction of the grain is important to understand. Hi, hello, thank you, I'm glad you appreciate it. That's why I was curious to start the carving this new wood. I've got apple wood and this Swiss pine. With apple wood, which is more detailed, I started carving something more difficult, a little sculpture. Oh, and maybe tomorrow I'd be finally able to finish this olive wood sculpture. Since I started YouTube channel to be live, to make live streaming on YouTube, I started to make bigger sculptures. As who doesn't know me, I carve little jewelry, detailed jewelry, and if you are curious to follow, if you like curious to follow my carvings, don't forget to subscribe. Oh, I'm glad that you would like to join this journey. Carving spoons is very common among carvers, but I rarely do it. Sharpening tools is important, very important. I just forgot to do it. And I haven't a right tool to sharpen it. Do you know how to sharpen it properly? I usually for my thin blade knives I use just sandpaper. I'm just using the 1200 grain of sandpaper like this because it's thin, the blade. But this one probably on the stone, but maybe I don't know if there's a specific. Yeah, but even the grain is tricky here, not only because, but I'm starting to understand it. even because the dimension of this spoon is small, so I have not enough movement. And I noticed that there are many different kinds of these of spoon gauges. Each has different shape for different kind of spoons. Anyway, the wood is soft that I already made a good part in some minute. Do it. Okay. Thank you for your advice. Yeah, I have to do it properly if I would like to make more spoons. As last time I made a spoon in walnut and it was bigger, so I used it a lot. This is the cutting part, but it's because this part is more sharp, and but holding it in my hands is difficult to reach this part. Hey, hello, welcome back. Okay. Anyway, I'll need to sanding this one because it's like sponge, this wood. Now I'm carving slowly to make it better. I still have to get used to carving softwood. I've been carving only hardwood by the years. And if I want to get something detailed, I need to be careful. Yeah, this scoop is small, that's why it's not easy to... There is little space for carving. But at least it's a pretty fast job with this softwood. Hi, hello, welcome. Don't forget to subscribe, to follow my carvings, my small detailed jewelry or bigger sculptures that I started carving recently. Yeah, now I'm trying to make less pressure to make it cleaner. Probably I'll finish it with sandpaper, because this way more I carve deeper, less space I have to make curves, and the grain is soft and not compact like olive wood or walnut wood. Okay, I need to see if, well, yes, in this way. I'm going to see if it's easy to clean with sandpaper. but I can say isn't bad. Hello. Okay, I'll finish it later, just need some cleaner part. And let's continue the leaf, or maybe some shape. Hello, welcome everyone. I wanted to make this leaf more curvy. I need to be careful with this soft wood. Oh yes, of course, I need to be careful for my fingers. But I'm not using protection because I need to feel the wood. I need to get used to the softwood, really. I'm used to carve hardwood faster and uh, more strength, to use more strength. And here is just enough. A little coffee oak leaf spoon. Just a little more pressure and it's going to break more apart. That's why I need to get used to use the knife with more pressure. I made another design of coffee spoon in this wood, of the little the same size, a feather. But yeah, definitely I can't do with this wood very detailed stuff. But when I use the apple wood like this, I'm going to make something detailed. Hello everyone, welcome. Subscribe to support my channel, to follow all the progress of my work, my jewelry, my sculptures. Oh, once we are in live, I make you a little spoil that I still didn't post. The Greenman pendant with oil finishing. I finally applied the oil today. Tomorrow I'm going to post the video of oil finishing, so you are first in this life seeing this. I made a spoiler it about oil finishing here in life. Yeah, do you know Kodega knives? I change it anytime. I change the same model, number 7, many times because I usually work hardwood and it's consuming a lot. Hi, hello. And this is another Kodega. This is for more detailed cutting. Hi, hello. This is, as I said, this is just a test. Hello. Because if isn't easy to make little details in this wood, this soft wood. So maybe next time I use this wood for something bigger, like basswood. I made recently some wood spirit faces in basswood. Probably basswood is a bit harder than this one, but I can't work such detailed design in this dimension of wood. Thank you for appreciating. I love such curved details. Not, of course, I'll make some tutorials of simple leaf, like simple shape. But to test this wood, I wanted to make, as usual, some curved details, more intricate, as I always love to do. Hi, welcome, hello. Hello. Well, now I can finally leave a feedback to this wood. Of course, for my kind of carvings, based of my kind of carvings. So I can give a feedback, and I think that to make something detailed, you need um, it has to be bigger piece, otherwise it's going to break easily. And but of course it's perfect for beginners, like um, the same like basswood. So yeah, this Swiss pine is not bad. It also smells good. Who love to smell wood like I do. This is Swiss pine, and to test this wood for beginners it could be good already this way, or even if the leaf would be more flat isn't a problem. The wood is soft, so for training is good, but for my style of carving, um, I wanted to, so I have two options now, like just make lines like this and leave it simple, or make something like this even here, but the pieces are would be thinner because I don't like make everything thick. I like more realistic, so I still don't know, but I often like to improvise what to do at the moment. Well, anyway, let's try one this way. If I realize that it's too soft, then I change the style. Yeah, thank you really for appreciating my art. Don't forget to subscribe. It's always a big support to me. Because to make it more realistic, I need to make it thinner, but to make it thin, and the wood is too soft, too much soft. But yeah, this was my goal, to test this wood. My daily goal was to test it, this Swiss pine wood. Thank you so much. Well, this is just a simple coffee leaf scoop, but yeah, anyway, even if I make some complicated works like this or little pendants, many hours, days of carving, and this is challenge for me to make the tilet fine details in softwood. It's a very big challenge. Even if I carve for years, I when I was beginner, I skipped that part of carving softwood. I started to carve maple wood, olive wood, walnut wood, which is much more harder. So I skipped the part of carving some sculptures in softwood like basswood. And now it's time to training my skills. I never stop to train my skills. So yeah, I'm trying to do this way, even if I risk to break exactly here. So I don't know if it's a good idea. I'm still deciding. Well, probably it is, if I'd be able to make it this way thinner. Of course, every wood, every details have own limits, but sometimes with patience I try to break these limits. For example, if one day I'm carving something like this, next time I try to do better. And I have to get used to work this soft wood and simple things to get used to make tutorials. So this is my training not only as carver but also as the one that will make more tutorials in future. As you see, taking more time, I can do something like this, but thinner, even in softwood. But of course, need time for it. Or just like this. Okay, let's find a compromise, leaving the ending like this. Okay, the second time I already found a faster way. Oh, don't make me remember about cutting my fingers. Every life someone mentioned the fact about hurting fingers, and yeah, sometimes it happens, but fortunately using little tools isn't like electric tools, and of course I need to be careful. Exactly, this is a big challenge because such thin thing carved out of the background of the leaf background isn't easy in this very soft wood. Yeah, also this knife with very small tip is helpful because it's more accurate. Yeah, now as I understood this wood, it's even funny and relaxing. Maybe in those days I would like to test this wood in bigger, but I don't know if in these dimensions I'll be able to make eyes like this. This is basswood, is already soft, but the grind is more compact. It is different grind than here, but I'll challenge myself to do something like this with the face anatomy in this Swiss pin. Here this part of grain with, you know, with some red lines is more, is annoying. Hi, hello. Hi, welcome. Okay, I'll clean it a little more, but first I wanted to finish. Okay, let's take a break from those little pieces and try still to make cleaner this part of the scoop. Um, but yeah, I forgot to sharpen this gouge, and anyway the spoon is small, isn't easy. Because the spoon gouge is a little big for this one, so making courbette and with this soft wood is pretty complicated. Now I have to absolutely make less pressure, not to make mistakes. I cut a lot. Yeah, just need some patience for this, and even such small scoop can be carved good. Hello. Yeah, now it's much more better. Just I can't. Let's see if I can't remove this wooden chips. If not, I need to use some sandpaper because this wood, yeah, is very soft for this kind of job. And the wood is already dry because I know most of carvers use the soft wet wood, not soft, not dry after years. Don't forget to support my channel to subscribing if you would like to see the progress of my creations. I'm not always able to finish especially very detailed sculptures or pendants that I'm not able to finish just in one day or in one live stream, so I gradually post the work in progress on my YouTube channel. So don't lose the progress and subscribe. You know, the job now is more monotonous, but I'm about to finish it. I was planning to making another design of the theater, the same size of coffee spoon like this, and when I'll finish the another one, I'll put mineral oil of this and another one, and we'll post a video of my first coffee spoons. Okay, I think it could be okay. What do you think about? Let me know. Yeah, for being a softwood, this dimension of less than 10 centimeters, less than 2 inches, I can be satisfied to this softwood. Okay, sorry. And now let's say it's almost finished. I post a video of another one, a different design. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to follow on my progress, and have a nice day. Bye.